Hello, do you want to know how to play Lumber Tycoon? Well, in this video, I am going to be showing you how. Let's start off with just chopping a tree. First, you have to go to the Wood R Us store and find yourself an axe like the one I have in my hand, except it'll be a basic axe. You want to get the basic hatchet. And then go chop down one of these, a regular size one, and then just sell it. And yeah, this will probably give you around $50, so you might need to chop down two of them. But once you get $100, you can get land. And land will be helpful because you can put your car and your sawmill on it, which your sawmill gets you more money. As you can see here, this doesn't give me that much money because it's it's not a very good a tree, and we don't have a sawmill. This is what a sawmill is, and a car. So you'll want to go over to the nearby land store and purchase a piece of land for $100 from this guy over here. And you'll get a piece of land. Like, I would suggest having your land over here because it's accessible to the bridge, the land store, and Wood R Us. It's a close and it'll be useful. And then usually there will be a sign here that you would just pick up by left clicking and dragging the sign over to the side of Wood R Us where we put a tree in. And it will give you around 400 to 550 or so from the sign if you sell it. Now it's a choice. You can either sell the sign or you can chop down a few more trees and then get your a truck and a trailer. Place it down on your base. And then once you place it down on your base, you'll want to drive your truck over to a nearby a tree and then put it in the sawmill. Like, chop up the tree and put it in your truck, and then after you've done that, you put it in your sawmill. After you put it in your sawmill, you'll have to re-put it in your truck, or you can make a sawmill setup where it automatically falls into your truck, which will be helpful for making money and just having the wood in your truck for any of your needs. Here, let me use this for example. This piece of wood. And you'll want to get better sawmills over time. This one is actually a sawmill that costs $22,000, which is pretty expensive, but you'll be able to make money fast once you learn how to play. And then see, it comes out with a piece of wood, and then you're gonna want to you'll have a bunch of wood. And this is the big truck. You'll have a smaller truck that will look like this. It can range from just different colors. And then once you get the wood in your truck, then you'll want to drive it over to Wood R Us. And then you'll make a pretty good amount of money from this. After you After you make that amount of money, you should probably buy another axe. You might not have enough for some of the good axes yet, but you'll probably be able to afford the steel axe. It'll help your a chopping speed and a chopping power, which will make you chop the trees faster. And a wood that's really good to get in the start, it can make you like $80,000 per hour if you grind hard enough. It's the ice wood. I think I made a video about this the other day, or it was a few months ago. I made a video about this. Now see here, um, it's blocked off, so you can't get into the zone usually. Unless you're on a public server, sometimes somebody has already blown up their rocks. But in this case, you'll want to go to the to across the bridge, which costs $100. So try to get at least $1,000 before you do this by selling and doing all that stuff. So you're gonna wanna across the bridge. For me, I have the Game Pass, which lets me lower the bridge for free. It would usually cost $100, but it's yeah. So we're gonna wanna go get some dynamite because the reason why we're gonna need dynamite is the rocks. The dynamite can blow up the rocks and let us into the icewood zone. Now the Bob Shack is open 24 hours a day. And another way of making good money in this game is buying items, like limited items that aren't gonna be on the shelves like for very long. And then once you get those items, it'll help you. You can wait a few months and then sell it to other players for money. For it'll probably a double or a triple or even like 10 times in price. So you're gonna want to buy two of them instead of one because if you buy one, then you might get trapped in the ice wood zone and you'd have to call a friend to buy some more TNT for you. So you're gonna want to do that. So after you buy this, it may or may not, the bridge, depending on how long you take, the bridge will still be down or it might not be. But so sometimes with what I was saying earlier with the stocking up is you're gonna be it'll either be in Bob Shack, Fancy Furnishings, which is over there. It's over there, and then we haven't seen one in boxed cars for quite a bit of time, and in the main shop where you had bought the basic hatchet before. There has been items like the cornucopia that have been across the island and inside of the painting shop in the maze. But that one is a bit hard. That one was a bit harder to get, and you can't get it anymore. It was last year. So when you place the dynamite, you're gonna like wanna place it in a spot that is that will blow up some of the rocks, so it might do this glitch where it will stay for a while. It will stay and you won't need to buy any more TNT. So you're gonna want to run out of the thing or of the cave and then drive away a little bit so you don't get blown up by the rocks. Because if you get blown up or blown up by the TNT, then it'll make you die and lose your axes. So you're gonna want to place the TNT over by this a cabin area, and then once you get to the cabin, um you're gonna want to place your TNT right here, like so. Um, it's it's like you need to because you're gonna come back for the TNT once you get the ice wood, or better known as frostwood. And this is the second best selling wood in the entire game, which sells for over $100 per unit. In reference, the oak wood that you were getting earlier only sells for around $10 per unit, which is the ice wood is 10 times more gives 10 times more money per unit, so you can get money a lot faster. And so you want to drive up the mountain and make sure not to fall off the cliffs. It may be tough to drive, but if you have the small truck, um, well, I would say for beginners, I wouldn't have tried this. Um, but there's like this little car parkour, I would say. It's like where you have to like drive across that skinny road, and you have to make it across so you can drive your car up there. But in this scenario where we have the big car, we're gonna have to walk up there. Um, Once we walk up there, we have to just like continue walking and just make sure not to like fall off the edge, or else you're gonna have to walk all the way back up, and that will take a lot of time. And I think I showed you in my other video how we got the ice wood. Um, so there's just ice wood up there. You can't actually get up there that way by jumping. You're gonna have to walk across this a bridge, and make sure that you don't fall off here, because I've done this many times and it's been such a pain to get back up. But if you fall down there, you can't climb up because it's slippery. Um, so you'll want to just keep on walking like so. Um, and then after you get to the icewood area, you're gonna want to chop. Mm, I would say if you had the small car, you would want to chop down maybe a 3. Um, I'm just gonna be chopping down 1 for this time. But this this wood is hard to chop. It's a very durable wood. It's not easy. So you'll want to just chop it and then just throw it down the mountain, and you could walk back and then go get your car over there. But there's an interesting strategy. You just hug the wall and then you jump, and it's just a way you can do it faster. And then if you didn't have if you don't have a blueprints where you can't do the blueprint glitch, like where you can flip your car, then just drive back down normally. But since I have the blueprints, I'm gonna just throw my car down like this, and then with the wood, I'm gonna chop it like where it's like inside, where it like falls in the car, so it doesn't fall in the snow. But it can be challenging at first. And you just want to chop it like up here so it can split all of these in 3. Um, like this, where if you chop it up here, then it'll be a lot more faster and efficient than chopping it on the ground. If you chop it on the ground, then you'll lose a lot of the wood. It'll fall into the snow and be hard to get out. So you just want to chop it into like pieces. Try not to have big pieces in your truck. Just have like smaller ones. And like that, we're gonna chop it with so it just falls in the cart. Although some might fall in the snow, but it'll be if it falls in the snow, it'll be bad because you can't see it. But some of it might, but and that's okay. It's just like a bit. So after you're done, grab the TNT and then just go blow up the rocks and then bring it back to your base and then sawmill it and I'll bring it to the wood drop off, and that's pretty much it, and just repeat and you'll probably make a lot of money in Lumber Tycoon fast. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.